Fastest for Obama, Obama, Obama. Fastest for Obama, Obama. Fastest for Obama, Obama, Obama. Fastest for Obama, Obama.
That song that you're hearing, Fastest for Obama, shows a Seattle man. He's driving a motorcycle with a trailer with his 2 basset hounds, wearing goggles, back when Obama was running for president. So obviously, I'm not going to agree with this guy politically. But the thing that can bring all of us together in these divisive times is dogs. I love dogs. Steve McElhenney loves dogs, and he joins us here on the Dori Monson Show. Hello, Steve. Good to talk to you this afternoon.
The Baptist for Obama was a highlight of that whole campaign. We would drive around, and that was the way I would campaign. People would see the trailer, and almost tons of wrecks, people turning around trying to get video, and that was fun time.
I gotcha. Well, let's talk about this because your passion for dogs has made you, what I've heard, is the main caretaker of the only dog park in West Seattle. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. And how many hours do you think you've put in at this dog park? The West Crest Park off-leash area is what it's called. How many hours?
Yeah. I'm considered the park steward, and I'm a non-paid volunteer for a nonprofit organization called COLA, Citizens for Off-Leash Areas. Okay. So I represent COLA, and they have the contract with Seattle Parks to maintain the park. So I've been the steward there for 20 years. I try to go twice a day, depending on work schedule.
Okay. Wow, twice a day. That's quite a commitment. Well, but there is an epidemic, not just in your dog park, but throughout our region. And I'm not talking about COVID. It's car prowls. I mean, they are just through the roof. They're underreported because the police won't even write up reports anymore on them. But I understand in the parking lot at your dog park that it is a serious problem. How big a problem is it?
Well, back in previous years, we would get hit. Springtime was kind of a standard. We'd get hit a few times in the spring and a couple times randomly throughout the year. But within the last year and a half, we've had probably 60, 70 break-ins. And that's in 2 separate lots. There's a south lot and a north lot.
Right.
And, I've spent countless hours cleaning up glass in the parking lots and trying to apologize to patrons on behalf of the idiots breaking into our vehicles.
Okay, and you decided to do something about it. So tell me what you did.
That's kind of Hail Mary last-ditch effort. I've gone to the police precinct many, many times over the years, just begging for some police presence. Just drive through the lot on shift change. We don't need you to hang out there. Just show a presence. And I never got any cooperation there.
No, I understand. This is born of desperation. But tell us what you did to try to fight this off.
Okay, I reached out to Parks for some type of surveillance cameras to monitor. Parks said it was against their city ordinance to maintain cameras in the parks. So out of desperate times call for desperate actions, I bought a trail camera, mounted it in a tree in the parking lot so that I could identify car thieves.
Right.
We have gotten several pictures of the people, the vehicles, license plates, and I've posted them on our Facebook site, West Crest Off-Leash Area. I've taken the pictures down to the police precinct. They wouldn't even talk to me, have anything to do with me.
Well, tell me this, Steve. Are the pictures high resolution enough that you could pick up license plates of the car prowlers?
Absolutely.
Really? So they found out. So you even camouflaged the camera. I understand. You put leaves around it, and you wanted to make it as non-obvious as possible.
Correct. So I would take it down only when there was a break-in. I would take it down, and so it's set on motion. It just takes still pictures, when there was motion. I only had it set up for a couple, like 6 hours a day in the high prowl time slot. You know, it's all random. But I had it from like 10 in the morning to 6 at night. That's when things usually happen. So when there was a break-in, I would take the camera home, get out the stick, go on the computer, and do some detective work and find the vehicle from the perpetrator. Tell
me what Seattle Parks did when they discovered the camera.
Just recently, I don't know how they found it. If somebody told them they found it, they saw the pictures. I would post the pictures on the kiosk and say, be on the lookout for these guys. So not sure how they got it, but they went up with a ladder and took the camera down. They removed all the pictures of the people and the vehicles, license plates that were posted on the kiosk. I also had two signs that I paid for, big signs that I put on the front gate. West Cresters, please spend a few minutes monitoring the parking lot for car prowlers. Thanks. They removed that as well because it wasn't authorized by Parks, but it was authorized by COLA, who I'm affiliated with, who maintains the parks.
I got to tell you, see, as I was thinking about this story, I'm a little torn, I have to admit, because I appreciate what your effort is, and I appreciate trying to get rid of these scuzzbags. I'm also a big privacy guy, and I was talking yesterday about neighbors snitching on neighbors up in Edmonds, but I also think that there should be no expectation of privacy in a public park. If somebody got out of their car and wanted to take a picture with their cell phone, they would be perfectly free to do that. And I don't understand how your camera in a tree is any different.
It's a public park. There's First Amendment rights. There's nothing in the Constitution saying you can't take pictures in public areas. I'm looking at the Seattle, the municipal codes. The only mention of camera surveillance is regards to like police or parks. Doesn't say anything about private citizen having a camera.
Yeah, no, and that's my point. If somebody in the parking lot saw a car proudly in progress, they could pull out their phone, take pictures, and I really don't understand the distinction that Parks is making between your cam and anybody else's cam. You're a private citizen, just like any of the rest of us who would park there.
Several people have taken pictures of perpetrators, and they've seen them taking pictures, and it's been a great deterrent. Posting these pictures has been a great deterrent because many people have messaged me, hey, this car is in the parking lot right now. I'm sitting here in the vehicle just watching them. They just left. We have deterred many further break-ins, and now our hands are completely tied.
What makes me sad, and we only have about 30 seconds left here, is that our politicians have let crime get this out of control that we are moved to be, pretty much vigilantes to protect what we love.
That's my word. I'm not trying to be a vigilante. This is absolutely a nonviolent way of us trying to take matters into our own hands because no one else will support us. We're just trying to make these people aware of what's going on, keep an eye out for these vehicles. Just our presence usually runs them off. If they see somebody there, they're not going to stick around. We're not trying to encounter the people, confront them in any way. Just being there makes a good deterrent, and that's been taken away from me by not being able to make people aware of people to be on the lookout for.
You bet.
It's just frustrating. And that's why I went to the media. I went to Tracy Record at West Seattle Blog. She got this ball rolling, and I'm grateful for you, grateful for her just to get this out. I'm so frustrated as somebody who loves West Crest Park. It's all about the dogs is our motto. People are not safe going there. People tell me all the time, I don't go there anymore because of all the break-ins. This is my desperate attempt to try to bring some safety to people.
All right, Steve, I got to run here, but it's great talking with you. Steve McElhenney, he's the caretaker at West Crest Off Leash. Keep up the good work, Steve. I appreciate it.
Dori, thanks very much. You have a great one, brother. Peace.
All right. You do the same. Peace to you. I'd love to know what you think, because I was a little torn. Now I think I'm just on Steve's side, because he's doing what any other citizen could do in that parking lot. It's a public area. You can text me, 98973. That's 98973. Lots more to come here in the Dori Monson Show.